Well, it's official. The calendar's flipped, or it's outdated if you're like me and you need to buy a new one because you just haven't yet. The parties are over and it's back to regular everyday life. Another year has ended, and the worst thing is, statistically, the majority of people haven't hardly noticed because they only had to change the date, nothing else changed for them. They're right where they were a year ago at this time, doing the same thing they've always done. Now, if you're a regular on my show, you know that only 8 or 9% of the 46% of the population who actually makes New Year's resolutions will keep them. Over half of that 46% will quit before next week's Friday episode airs. They don't even make it a full 2 weeks necessarily. Some depressing shit, right? How about this? Statistically, only 20% of people even set goals. I'm not talking like New Year's resolutions, like only 20% of people, period, actually ever set goals in their lives. And only 6% out of that 20%, so we're talking about low numbers here, actually achieve them. You should absolutely have new goals for this year, or maybe they're just adjusted depending on what your goal cycle is. I like to work in a 3-month cycle. And you don't need a lame resolution. You should just be working towards that next goal or goals with or without a resolution. I'll tell you what, guys, in this episode, I'm going to help you increase the chances of achieving your goals by 80%. Fair enough? Let's get into it. Here's the $1,000,000 question. How do men like us reach our full potential, grow into the men we dream of being, while taking care of our responsibilities, working, being good husbands, fathers, and still take care of ourselves? Well, that's the big question. In this podcast, we'll help you answer those questions and more. My name is Brent, and welcome to the Fallible Man Podcast. Now, here's the Cliff Notes list for all of you who are just looking for the punch list. Based on the research from the American Society of Training and Development and several other studies, this combined process will put you in the 95% success rate for achieving your goals. There's 7 steps. Set big, specific goals, SMART goals, like really big, specific goals. 2, write them down in vivid detail. 3, visualize the process and succeeding at the process. 4, break them into smaller pieces. 5, make a daily action plan that builds on the bigger goals. Focus on that. 6, tell a close friend about the daily action goals. And 7, get an accountability buddy that you're checking with at least twice a week. Now, if you just wanted that, you're set. I know some of you just want the punch list, but for a little clarity on the steps, stick around and I'll go through it pretty fast. I'm begging, just don't be part of the 80% that are aimlessly wandering through life. Join the 6% that are crushing their goals and changing lives. By the way, my name is Brent, and welcome to the Fallible Man Podcast, your home for all things man. That's right, we talk about all things man, so there's a lot of different conversations going on. Big shout out to Fallible Nation. That's a private community. There's more about that in the show notes or the description, whatever platform you're listening to or watching this on. And a warm welcome to our first-time listeners. Hey, there's a lot out there. And as you start this New Year's, thanks for giving us a chance. I appreciate it. Appreciate that you are checking us out. And be sure and leave us a note. Put it in, I'm at the Fallible Man everywhere, or leave us a review. That'd be great too. But thanks for hanging out with us today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Now, let's knock this out in case you weren't familiar with all I threw at you and you want to get clear so you can be part of that 6% rate. We're all about helping men reach the goals that they want to and that they're meant to. So this is a really important foundation for what we do here at the Fallible Man. Number 1 is set big, specific goals, specifically SMART, big, specific goals. Over 1,000 different studies show that setting higher goals actually results in better task performance, motivation, and persistence compared to vague goals of, oh, I'll get healthier or something like that. So it's actually important to dream big. If you're not familiar with the SMART goals acronym, It's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely goals. It's a guidance for when you are setting goals of how to set a goal, the guidelines that make it a really useful goal. If you're not familiar, I did an entire episode on SMART goals, and I'll try and link that down in the notes so you can go back and visit that. Number 2, write them down in vivid detail. A study by Forbes uncovered that being very vivid and detailed in your writing down of these goals actually increase the likelihood of success. So don't be stingy with the details. What does it look like, smell like, taste like? How does it feel? Get granular on it when you're writing it out. Guys, I'm not kidding. This actually improves your chance of successfully completing goals by an additional 40%. Like, this is part of the component. So don't miss out on this step. Number 3, visualize the process and succeeding. According to the survey, visualizing and imaging your goals can make you twice as confident in achieving them. Only 31% of the participants who don't visualize feel comfortable about achieving their goals, whereas 59% of those who visualize are actually comfortable with the concept of visualizing the goals. And we know that this works from sports psychology. You see this in professional sports and athletes all the time. They visualize what they want to do. We use this in the gym. They use this on the football field. They use this in Olympic gymnastics. This is used in almost every sports because it works. Number 4, break them into smaller pieces. Big goals are important. They keep you more motivated, more invested, more interested, but the overwhelm of huge goals can destroy all your efforts because you're just so overwhelmed. It's like, oh my goodness, can I actually do this? Hey, any project manager will tell you the goal of building a new state-of-the-art hospital is a great goal. It won't get built unless you break it down into smaller, manageable pieces. You can't just say, hey, I want to build a new state-of-the-art hospital and think it's going to happen or that it's going to work because she says you wanted to do it. Likewise, your goals don't work that way. Just because you said you want to achieve this, you need actionable, small, smart steps put into a logical plan of action for you to succeed. Number 5, make a daily action plan that builds on to the bigger goals. Focus here. Now, this is something we talked about with my friend Alex Sanfilippo. Sorry, Alex. So I'll quote him and let him explain this portion to you. People. So how do you set a goal correctly?
This is going to sound super weird, but I make a goal to make all of my goals non-outcome based. And that sounds really weird, right? Non-outcome based goals. Yes, maybe again, going back to like my reflection, my vision time, maybe I want to lose 20 pounds, right? But I don't want to give myself a goal that requires an outcome from me. Instead, a non-outcome based goal to me means, you know what? I know that this will happen automatically if I work out 12 minutes a day and stop drinking soda, right? I did the math, figured it out, talked to a trainer. That's all it takes to do that. So now my goal is just every single day, I avoid soda and I work out for 12 minutes. I'm not tying myself to an outcome. I might not even share the outcome, right? I might share it when I get there, but I'm just going to say, how many days in a row have I worked out and not drank soda? And to me, that's a non-outcome based goal. And even in my business, I do the same thing.
So focus on these daily executables and check in on the bigger goals once every 3 months or so. I don't know what it is about 3-month cycles, but they seem to be very effective. You can find a lot of 3-month planners. I like 3-month cycles on my goals. My friend Alex likes 3-month cycles on his goals. I don't know what it is. So 3 months works for us. Maybe yours is a 2-month or a 4-month cycle, whatever. But a whole year is way too big. It's not measurable at that point. You will be much more successful at these SMART goal steps than on the daily executables than you will if you just focus on a big goal. Number 6, tell a close friend the daily action goals. Let me be really specific there. The daily action goals, not the big picture necessarily. Now, you caught what Alex said in that last bit. I might not share the outcome with them. When you tell your friends too much, they can get lost in the big goal because they can't see it all and the full process as clearly as you can, right? By this point, you've created action plans and you've broken it down, and you see this big goal, but you also see all the little pieces that are going to get you there. And that can overwhelm your friends if you tell them the big outcome, right? They may say that's unrealistic. They might actually, with the best intention, try and talk you out of it or derail you because they can't see the actual plan to get there. So be really cautious with telling them the full goal. Sometimes it's better to keep that to yourself and just clue them in on what they need to know to help you and encourage you and not hinder you. Number 7, guys, I told you we're going to go through this fast. Get an accountability buddy, twice weekly check-ins. Guys, really tune in right now. Here is the secret sauce, the pièce de résistance. This is the power move for success at achieving your goals. It's the reason we have accountability groups in my private community area. Find a friend with ambition who will value you succeeding and become accountability partners with them. Now, obviously, you have to have this conversation with them. This is something you can just assume to do. On Monday, message them directly with your daily action steps for the week, the stuff you will do every single day, and vice versa. The precise steps you will take every day, no matter what. Then on Friday, have a come to Jesus talk with them. It can be done in less than 15 minutes a week, I guarantee it. Have them hold your feet to the fire and help them do the same. Baby, it's money. I mean, mic drop. I should just walk away from the episode right there. But I'm telling you, this is it. This is in all the studies I read, and I read a lot of studies for this episode, guys, this is money. This is what just separates the people who win and from the people who lose. Now, as we wrap up the episode, let's reflect on the sober statistics and the powerful strategies that can propel you into that 6% of individuals who not only set goals, but actually achieve them. The path to success is illuminated by the principles of setting big, specific goals, vividly detailing them, visualizing the process, breaking them into manageable pieces, and creating a daily action plan. Embrace non-outcome based goals like Alex shared with us. Focus on daily executables, and remember the significance of sharing your journey with a trusted friend and an accountability buddy in the pursuit of your aspirations. Be part of the elite 6% who defy the odds, changing their lives one goal at a time, because that's how you win, right? Be that 6%. This is Brent signing off from the Fallible Man Podcast, where we guide men on their journey to become the best version of themselves. Leave us a review if this helped you. And if you're going to apply it, be sure and reach out. I'd love to hear about it. I'm at the Fallible Man pretty much everywhere. Guys, be better tomorrow because of what you do today. And we'll see you on the next one.
This has been the Fallible Man Podcast, your home for everything man, husband, and father. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a show. Head over to www.thefallibleman.com for more content and get your own Fallible Man gear.